guys, welcome back to the channel. As you remember last week, I was hooked up to all the harness on the engine side, got everything all routed properly. So today I only have a couple hours to spare, so I'm just going to secure the front half of this engine, put my water pump pulley back on, my belt, my intercooler pipe, and what else can I do here? Check another couple connections that I have. I didn't tighten up the back of my fuel pressure regulator, the return line. Got to do that as well. Yeah, it's just pressed for time today, so let's get at it. Well, just took this out of the trunk. This is the plan of attack for tonight. Only have a couple hours to spare. Let's get into it. And this was the first thing I was going to put on, and already I have an issue. Come on, get on there. It is hitting pickup. This is a TA Performance high volume water pump, so the actual casting of it is thicker, and this bracket for the crank isn't going to sit flush because of the size of the actual casting on the front of this water pump. So I had to put a washer in between it so it could level it out, and clearly that's not working. Come on, guy. Here we go. Well, I took the shims out. That didn't work either. Still touching. Ever so slightly. This has to come off. I have to start filing some of this material off of it. To the belt sander I went. Hopefully that gives me the clearance I need. Shady Tree Mechanic 101. Don't do this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if this works. Now let's see if this works. Fingers crossed. I think I'm good. I think I got the clearance. Where is it? I do. I got the clearance. There you go. And that only took me an hour. What the hell? Now that I got the bolts on, no problem. Whew. All right. On to the next. Let's get the belt on it. Okay, now I got the belt on. And you know I can't go further because it's like I friggin' teabagged my pulleys. Look how it's not even shining anymore. My God. 2 hours, he says. You'll be out of here in no time. It's just a quick in and out. Got 2 hours already. Shaving the stupid bracket, and I'm going to be cleaning these pulleys. Oh well. Time to break out the mothers. Let's get at it. Alright, much better. Now you're cooking with grease. Alright, let's see what we can do about getting this intercooler pipe on and the coolant bar. Stick a fork in it tonight. That's all we're doing. And there you go. That's my Wednesday night. 2.5 hours. Looks like a motor once more. Next time I get back at this, I'm going to start cracking on the wiring over here. I'm going to get rid of the relay at the back over there. Hook up my input-output module. Hook up the fuel pumps. Keyed ignition to the fuse on the firewall. Yeah, we're close now. We'll be firing this thing up soon. Till the weekend. Okay, new day. Let's see what we can do about all of this crap. Go get the O2 out there first and cut that to length, and also cut to length the battery terminals. All of this. See all this length? Let's get at it. Now you can see and appreciate the time that's taken to do all of this stuff. Look at the length of this O2. It's like 2 feet. And being as it's sitting in the corner, this thing would lay all the way back there. So I'm going to have to cut this, repin it, and stick it in this connector, because the wire that I'm using for that is right here. And I don't want to have extra length wire, so I'm going to end up cutting this shielded wire about here, and then joining this wire about here. And that would give me enough slack on it, so I will take these things off. And damn it, man, it always just takes time. The simplest things. Man, oh man. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, well, now we're back at the bench. And I have to put the extractor in there to pull the tang back to pull the wire out. And got my other pins. Let's get at it. Okay, well, I've cut the wire to proper length. I put the seal on it. Have to do that prior to putting the pin on there. Here's the pin. And which part of the connector am I going to have to use for this one? I believe it's going to be this one right here. So let's line this up. Put the weather pack in here. And this is going to take time. I promise you. Perfect. Now put the seal over it. Squeeze them over. And it would be this one here. Perfect. Take these off. Number 2. Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. You have to humor yourself, I tell you, otherwise you're going to go insane. This was not part of the schedule, I promise you. Seal on. Put it on there. Last one. Seal in it. Squeeze them down. Go. All of them in nice. Now it's time to solder this, get a good connection, stuff it back in the connector, and move on. And I'll just solder the last one so you guys see just how uncoordinated I really am. Hold it there till the heat gets to it and it starts soaking the solder right into the actual wire. And there we go. And that one's done. Shady Tree Mechanic style. And there you go. It's back together. Now you can just see it's just time. To cut this to length, you got to take this clip off the back of it, extract each pin through the top there. You have to pull the tang back with this, and I stabbed myself how many times for doing that too, but it is what it is. And these are the old pins with the seals on them that I extracted out, and that's the length that I cut off of this O2 sensor. So I just don't need the skipping rope under the engine compartment. Now let's get back to the car and do the engine side of it and stick a fork in at least the O2. And there we are back at the car. Just installed the O2 sensor. So that wire is going to sit there, and I'm going to cut this one about here. Let me tape that off. Bring the soldering gun and all the rest of the stuff over here. This stuff is crap, man. This is the part of this stuff that you just absolutely hate doing. It takes so much friggin' time, man. Does it sound like I'm impatient? Maybe just a little bit today. Alright, now we have to get to installing this connector on those wires down there, because I cut off all this length of skipping rope for the O2. Now, if you follow the schematic, A34, and I went over onto this one. If you guys remember from before when I labeled and color coded these ones, A34 is orange, so I have to go to orange on this. Make sure this thing goes in the A spot. Where is that? Wrong side. A. Okay. Man, this is just time consuming. I really don't even have the patience for this today. Stop scraping, buddy. Just get at it and shut up. Alright, now we gotta solder these connections that I done to the pins. And then I gotta stick a fork in this today because I'm bitching too much. When I bitch like that, nothing good comes out of it. I can taste it in my mouth. Yeah, that's bitch. Right there, that's bitch. Let me hurry up and get this stuff done so I can bounce. Talk about inefficient, man. 4 hours to do just this. This is not my day. Well, the wideband is done. Cut to length. Battery terminals next. But that definitely ain't gonna be today. Wow. Good Lord. I tell you, man, you can't even win for trying. Today I am done. I'm done. Boy, Ricky, when things get like this, brethren, you have to go home and collect yourself, you sister. Cause I don't know, so I want to get ratchet in here and start talk a whole heap of bad word and I can't do them something there on video, so. Cut this here one still, yeah? Alright, next time.